the Players Era Festival. Later on this year, in November, $1 million to each team participating, college team. This group right here, this 8, common knowledge. Bama, Auburn, Baylor, Creighton, Gonzaga, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas. These names are from February. Michigan, Notre Dame, Oregon, Rutgers, San Diego State, St. Joe's, St. John's, Syracuse, Tennessee, Texas A&M. Okay, February. We're now in May. Same 8, and this from the website, the Players Era website. Same 8 as before. Bama, Auburn, Baylor, Creighton, Gonzaga, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas. These skills. Checking your recall, your memory. Who's different on this slide? From February to May. Who's different? Michigan, Notre Dame, Oregon, Rutgers, San Diego State, St. Joe's, St. John's, Syracuse, Tennessee, UNLV. 18 teams, 18 men's teams currently in. 18 teams. In February, and it's kind of easy how it's set up alphabetically, at the website, Texas A&M was in it. Right there. Last one. In May, website, UNLV is there. Not Texas A&M. But one of the quirks is UNLV was and has announced or did announce in February they were the 19th team for the 2025 Players Era Festival. And the other 18 teams included Texas A&M. So in February, the total number, really March, the total number was 19 teams. 19 men's teams participating in the Players Era Festival. It's now 18. One thing that changed in April, Coach Buzz Williams is no longer at Texas A&M. He is now the head coach at Maryland. So I'm wondering, because there is no Maryland among these teams. So the Aggies are no longer in it as of now. And Maryland is not yet announced to be in it as of now. I've heard some things that might change on both sides. There's a chance the Aggies might be back in it. There's a chance Maryland might also be in it, which will make the total number of teams up to 20 in the Players Era Men's Basketball Championship. There's going to be a Women's Players Era event as well, 4 teams, and just give them some shine very quickly here as I wrap up this edition of the Takeover. Here are the 4 teams on the women's side: Duke, South Carolina, Texas, and UCLA. Those 4 teams will also be participating in Vegas in November for, I think, 3 games. But yes, the kicker of all of this on the men's side, the Players Era Festival event, if it's 18 teams, 19 teams, 20 teams, how is this going to work in terms of games? In terms of, it's like it's not going to be a true tournament because you can't play everybody. You can't really make it where you're playing 4 or 5 games or 6 or 7. Group play, if you have 4 groups of 5 or something like that, if you have 4 groups of 5 and there are 5 teams in your group, you could have every team play each other in that group for 4 games. And then if you win that division, the winners of the division will face off in a semifinal for a 5th game. And then those winners will face off in the final for 6 games. 6 games in the Players Era Festival in Vegas for the men. That kind of makes sense. However, I've been told that the most the teams will play is just 3 games. So you're going to have 18, 19, 20 teams. A lot of quality teams in there. You got teams in the same conference. Let's see, what is it? Baylor, Iowa State, Houston, Kansas, all from the Big 12. They're not going to play each other. Got some teams from the Big East, SEC. They won't face each other. But if the most these teams are going to play in the event is just 3 games, it's not a tournament. It's just like little classics put together for one big old event. Well, I agree with D-Skills here. They really need someone who knows what they're doing to run the event. I think some of the organizers were in Vegas earlier this week. If not, they're still there trying to finalize everything and put it all together to make it all make sense. The games have not been finalized. The matchups have not been finalized on the men's side nor the women's side. The networks have not been finalized either. So this time will tell. So no dates have been determined. So the fans, alums, supporters don't know yet what dates they need to plan for, schedule for, to buy tickets, to get hotels. None of that is known right now. You still got some time, but folks need to plan ahead. So hopefully soon enough, this will all be finalized and announced. But D-Skills, the irony is, for all the issues that still remain in the logistics, I was told that this year they are in a much better spot now than they were last year. So, I mean, that's progress, I guess. I suppose. But just putting it out there, the Players Era event for men's basketball teams and also women's teams will take place in November. Not even sure which venues just yet. But once I hear it, I'll mention it here on the Takeover. You can subscribe to the Houston Roundball Review on YouTube. Click on that bell